Renée Mullings-Lewis. I'm a self-love coach as well as Reiki master teacher, and here we talk about all things self-love and energy medicine. Today I want to talk a little bit about the heart chakra. I was listening to a podcast the other day. I can't remember what it was called. I was sort of just searching, and I came across this podcast, and this woman was talking about heartbreak. And it was from that conversation that I thought, you know what? I actually want to do a little bit of work with my peeps around how to heal the heart chakra. One of the big things that creates blockage in the heart chakra is when we experience a heartbreak and we don't fully heal from it. Now, it's fair to be said that when we experience a major heartbreak, there is a lengthy process that we need to take before we sort of feel like ourselves again or feel whole again. And there are some heartbreaks that we experience that, though we heal from them, we're never quite the same after. The important thing to also know is that heartbreaks occur in all different ways. So there are heartbreaks that occur when we experience the loss of someone that we were romantically involved with, whether it's because they decided to move on, or the relationship wasn't working, or we decided to move on, or it ended really badly. But there are also times when relationships end because of things that are so completely outside of our control, like, someone dying. That creates heartbreak as well. There are also heartbreaks that we experience through maybe the loss of a child, grieving a child, a parent, a sibling, etc. And there are heartbreaks that we experience, for example, in business, when we have a dream, we have a business that we started and maybe it failed, or we've been told 25 times that this project or this book just isn't going to work. It's just not going to get off the ground. So the thing to remember is that heartbreak doesn't just happen in one simple way. Ongoingly, our heart gets broken. And so that's why it's so important for us to constantly be tending to our heart. Here's something interesting that I think a lot of us also forget, is that our first heartbreak didn't happen in a romantic relationship like a lot of us think. It wasn't when you and your first boyfriend, girlfriend, or whoever broke up. A lot of the times, our first heartbreak happens early on in childhood, and it is often mapped and connected to our parents. So we are going to do a little bit of work to heal the heart chakra today, but I also want you to remember that there are so many layers to this, and that sometimes we have to go way deeper, way back into childhood and get some coaching or some therapy around it to be able to really clear old blockages, which is often where a lot of patterns are born and why things reoccur. For today, I want us to just connect to our hearts. And it's really easy to do this. Again, there are many different ways to do this. And when I'm working with a client one-on-one, I usually take a look at their energy, take a look at their unique situation, and from there decide what is the best strategy or the best method or steps for them. But since we're doing this for thousands of people from all over the world that are dealing with heartbreak for all different kinds of reasons, I want to make something that's pretty universal here. The first step is simply to acknowledge your heart. I'm going to say for you to take your non-dominant hand and put that on your heart. I've got a mic here, so I'm not going to do that directly. But if you're sitting there watching this right now, just take your hand and put it on your heart. If you want and it feels good for you, close your eyes and just feel your breath. Just actually feel your body. Feel what it feels like to put your conscious awareness right there at your heart. And while you're doing this, notice any thoughts that come up. Notice any body sensations that come up. Just pay attention to how you're feeling. And the key here is not to make any of it wrong. not to tell yourself that you're doing it wrong or you should be doing it this way or to second guess yourself. Just be in the experience and be in the moment with yourself and with your heart. And just breathe. Once you've connected to your heart, what you want to do is just ask your heart, what do you want to tell me today? Literally sit down right there with your hand on your heart and ask it. You know, our heart is so intuitive and so wise and incredibly intelligent. And in fact, it's always communicating to us. But because we've got so much past and so many issues and there's all the noise happening in the world, sometimes we don't really get to connect to it and hear what it has to say. And so in this exercise, it's just a really great opportunity to actually listen. Don't tell your heart, but listen. So give yourself a moment to do that now. You can open your eyes if you've had them closed and you want to do that, or you can keep your eyes closed. Generally, when I'm doing this on myself or when I'm doing this with clients, I like to keep my eyes closed and have them keep their eyes closed throughout the entire process. But do whatever feels best for you. Also, feel free to pause this video, slow it down, rewind as often as you need to. The third piece now is after you've heard what your heart had to say to you, what do you want to say to your heart? Sometimes we want to ask for forgiveness. I know for myself, and a lot of the times, again, when I'm working with clients, the thing that often comes up is some sadness around finally being present to the fact that we haven't been listening to our hearts, or that we haven't really been giving our hearts exactly what it needs to heal. And so we could feel a little bit guilty about that, or we could go into this downward spiral of making ourselves wrong. But the opportunity is really to just say, okay, I'm asking for your forgiveness now. And even go deeper into that. You may have things that you want to vow to your heart, things that you want to, confess to your heart. Really just let go and allow yourself to be in the full experience with your heart. Now, when you do step number 3, there are all different kinds of spaces that you may go through. And you and I are doing this in a pretty short video, but I want you to also consider that this exercise can be done in as little as a few minutes, or it can be something that you could actually journey into for, 30, 45, over an hour long. Take as much time as you need. If you are watching the recording, remember that you get to gauge this. You get to do this in your own way, on your own time. So don't rush anything here. So once you've finished step number 3, what I like to do is a simple visualization exercise. And that is, if you have your eyes open, to close your eyes and to just visualize your heart. And this is how we can connect to our heart chakra, right? Which is happening on an energetic vibrational level, not necessarily the physical level, but getting into that spiritual layer and that spiritual realm is to visualize that heart chakra. Pick a color. The color that most represents the heart chakra generally in the spiritual community is green. So if that color feels soothing for you, choose green. See your heart in whatever way. Maybe it's a ball of green light. Maybe it's like sparks of green light. Maybe it's just like literally looking at the organ. Whatever feels best for you and resonates with you, that's what you want to do. But just visualize that heart, connect to it. And what you want to do is send it tons and tons of unconditional love from your conscious awareness directly to it. And again, there are so many ways to visualize this. When I'm working with clients, they see it in so many different ways. So there is no right or wrong way to do this. Just see in your mind's eye something that represents your heart and you giving it tons and tons of love. And then just be with that. And just allow and allow and allow all of that energy to come into your heart, to envelop your heart, to heal your heart. This is a process that you can do at any time. And like I said, this process that I gave you is one of probably thousands upon thousands upon thousands. I could probably do thousands of videos with thousands of different ways to heal the heart chakra on an energetic level. And of course, there are so many other levels of healing as well. The one thing that I want to remind you of is that it's something that needs to be done on a regular basis, taking care of your heart. Particularly if you're in the world of manifesting love and relationships, or if you are in the world of wanting to create a business and really wanting to make a difference in the world. You have got to be a heart-centered human being and a person that cares about love and a person that cares about people and how people feel and if people are in the space of love or not. Otherwise, whatever it is that you're going to create is not going to help to heal the planet. It's going to be more of what we've already had for the past several hundred years. So be ongoingly working on your heart. Work with a coach, a therapist, also do energy work, whatever you need to take care of your heart and ensure that it is always vibrating at a level that is mostly a fifth dimensional level. The last thing, actually, I think I said the last thing just a few minutes ago, but the one other thing that I want to say today is that there are things that need to be done also to manage the energy that comes into your heart and to not protect your heart, but to keep your heart clean. And that involves all the different things that you ingest, from food to media, all kinds of stuff. So just be mindful about monitoring what you put in your body and what you surround yourself with. That I could do a whole nother video on as well. Well, my friends, it's been really great to do this video with you, and I am making more of an effort to get more videos out, and I'm going to play around with the format and just totally be free. Sometimes it's going to be like this. Sometimes it could be a super short video. We're just going to do everything. So I just appreciate you all going with the flow, just allowing and being open. And that's what it is all about when we're free spirits and we're just like here to just vibrate higher in love. Thank you so much for your time and your attention today. Don't forget to share this video with people in your life that you love, people that you want to empower and like really help to like set their lives on fire. And also, if the video was helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, yes, y'all want more of this. Until we see each other next time, my friends, don't you forget that we are in this together. Mwah.